to the SnailTrail4x4 podcast. Jimmy's not paying attention to me. If you like going off-roading in Toyotas,
I am too.
this is the worst intro ever. If you like going off-roading in Toyotas, wrenching on Toyotas, camping in Toyotas, and maybe even poking a little bit of fun at Toyotas, and of course, hearing about how awesome we are at intros to Toyota podcasts, then this may be the podcast for you. That's right, ladies and germs. My name is Tyler, and joining me once again for another episode on this lovely Thursday is the one and only... I don't have any more nicknames for you.
Wow, you ran out that fast, huh?
There was only one person that sent in a nickname.
Yeah, that's because there's only one name for moi.
Let's just go back to Jack Stan Jimmy. How you doing, Jack Stan Jimmy?
I'm good. How are you?
Doing good, man.
Glad to hear it.
Life is good right now. So Black Friday's over. So we're still, I think we've all fully caught up with all the orders, which is kind of crazy. And it's just a matter of now looking at inventory and figuring out how fucked we are for our product coming in.
Yeah, I get that. I'm completely back ordered on 3rd gen Tacomas.
Oh, wow.
But fortunately, I've got some good friends in the industry that are helping me out with my panels, and they moved a few things ahead, and I should have panels today.
You're getting preferential treatment? How do I get that?
You need to become a better relationship with your vendors.
Guess so. Yeah. They can go to hell. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I love all of our vendors. You guys are amazing. Mm-hmm. No, it's just winding down to that time of year. So, running a business, you're kind of looking over how things went that year and comparing it to previous years and figuring out what worked, what didn't work, and starting to prepare for taxes and inventory and all this other stuff. So there's just a lot of back end stuff that has to happen like all in the last half of December that we just are trying to get everything ready for so it can all happen so the guys can take some vacation time around the holiday. So.
I fully get that. And, we have preached on some snail mail episodes before and probably some regular episodes about the joys of owning a business inside of the market that you enjoy or the business, a business that is inside your hobby in a way. Yeah. But there are some things on the back end of a business that just absolutely suck. And taxes are for sure one of those. Because if you are trying to have a legitimate business, you need to keep track of a whole bunch of stuff.
There's a lot to keep track of. So I highly recommend get a good bookkeeper that you can trust. They make a good bookkeeper is worth their weight in gold, literally. If they want to be paid in gold, pay them gold. I don't care. The books are not something you want to fuck up if you want to run a legitimate business.
Yeah, for sure. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Maybe I should do that.
Yeah. So anyways, let's see what else do we got going on. I mean, we are winding down the year.
Yes.
So we have some fun things going on with the podcast.
We do indeed.
So we have, let's see, for the month's giveaway to round out the end of the year, we have a little contest going on between Jimmy and I.
Yep.
And I have not been able to put my plan into action yet.
Oh, no.
So I'm starting to wind down on time here. I'm getting a little nervous, but I tried talking with half of my plan.
Okay.
And
you didn't say
it's not going to work.
So am I the other half that you haven't spoken to yet? You haven't told me anything.
You're getting left in the dark.
Oh.
I can tell you anything. Get out of here.
Why? I think somebody's bitter.
I am a little bitter.
I'm bitter from last year's
bitter old man
defeat.
And so the first half of my plan is not going to be able to happen. So I need to back up for the first half.
Oh, no.
The second half, I haven't talked with them yet.
What was the first half?
I can't tell you because it would give it away what I'm trying to do, I think.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that you're having problems.
Yeah.
I've got confirmation from mine that my plan of action is moving forward.
Okay. All right.
And I think it's just going to destroy whatever you have going on in your head.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
We'll see.
It's going to be freaking awesome.
All right, we'll see.
Yep.
So anyways, there's this contest going on. Just a little contest. Jimmy and I aren't putting a lot of effort into it or anything. We don't really care too much about it.
No, not at all. But I'm going to win.
Yeah, fuck you, Jimmy.
For the second year in a row,
no.
making me the ultimate gift giver.
We'll see. So anyways, if you guys want a chance at winning
my gift,
some really good stuff that Jimmy and I are trying to outdo each other on, all you got to do is go over to iRate4x4, the SnailTrail4x4 forum on iRate4x4.com, and then your giveaway tier options will be listed there on the right-hand side on a computer, and down at the bottom of the screen if you're on a mobile device. So make sure you're signed up for that before the end of December 31st. I guess before the end of 2024, huh?
Yes.
Yeah.
Or the end of the year.
Before the end of the year, make sure you're signed up. Apparently, we have some pretty big prizes. This might blow all of our other giveaways out of the water here.
Maybe next year we'll have to put a cap on this. It might get a little out of control.
So anyways, get signed up for that, everybody. If, again, the offer is still out there if anybody wants any dick flakes. I did have a couple listeners request some. So,
really?
Yep. We lasered some more yesterday. So we have another 20 to give away if you guys want any. Just slide into my DMs and I'll get you some dick flakes. Let's see what else is going on towards looking at the end of the year here.
Well, we are always doing reviews and accepting your reviews over on Apple Podcast. And if you want to leave a review, you have a chance of winning a set of Yokohama tires.
Nice.
Yes. Big thank you to Yokohama. Almost any set of tires that you want. Yeah. They just have to be DOT approved and less than a 20-inch rim.
Cool.
But before we get to 750 reviews, when we're doing that giveaway, we're going to hit 700 reviews and we have a swag pack to give away for one lucky winner for that.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to get some Morphlate swag, some SnailTrail4x4 swag, and an Onyx Off-Road Elite membership.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's exciting.
Thank you, Onyx Off-Road, for that.
Yeah. Thank you, guys. So we got that going on. Let's see. Anything else?
No, I don't think so.
All right.
No video this week. We've been having some difficulty with the camera staying on. And so we're actually sending it to get repaired. So this week's videos are a no-go and maybe a few for the next future. I don't know how long it's going to take them to look at things and diagnose what's happening. And the holidays are coming up. So we'll see how that goes. Maybe we'll figure out a temporary solution. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, we'll see here. So for the time being, no video, but we'll be back.
Yeah. Also, the video will still be posted. There will be a video posted, but it'll just be a static image.
Gotcha. Yeah, I think that about does it then as we're winding down the year here. Next year, I think is going to be fun. January is always kind of a busy month. We've got Winter Fun Fest up here in Northern California. And then immediately after Winter Fun Fest is King of the Hammers.
Yep.
I still don't know what my plan is for KOH.
Yeah, mine changes all the time. I'm not sure either. I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might come down for the week. I might come down just sort of for the race. I have an idea to contact Weld's Taco and go kick it with him for a day or so and after the event or something. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going to happen.
Gotcha.
Maybe I'll go down the week after and we'll just go wheeling. I'm not sure.
That'd be fun too.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's fun stuff coming up. 2025 is going to kick off and get right on rolling. We have a couple of plans leading up to KOH that I think will be a lot of fun.
Do we?
So yeah.
Oh, okay.
That's all I'm going to tease there for all the listeners out there. And other than that, I think it's just kind of what we've been up to, how the weekend was, right?
Yeah, I think, are we already there?
I think so.
Wow, that was a pretty quick intro for the most part.
We're getting good at
even
this.
Even though we don't know how to do an intro.
Episodes. Yeah. Oh, man. All right. Well, everybody go ahead and grab your favorite drink. Jimmy's already got the morning started off with a C-. So nice 8 a.m. breakfast beverage.
Yeah, of course.
And then we'll be right on back after a couple words from us.
Us.
Me,
that's right. I think this time.
It's got Jimmy on here this time. All right. We'll be right on back with what we've been up to.
Are you stuck inside? Are you not sure where you want to go to explore? Well, open the Onyx Off-Road app. It shows you all the trails around you and it tells you their difficulty. Now you can quickly search out your next adventure or plan your next trip. Download onX Off-Road from the App Store. onX Off-Road, built for the adventurer.
What up, y'all? Welcome back to the show. You like my y'all?
I do. Yeah,
y'all.
Very southern.
Very southern. You got to bring back that southern pride, you know?
There you go. Yes.
Yay. Bring back the
Yeehaw.
Confederates. Just kidding.
Not all a bad idea.
I don't know. Well, skip it. Anyways,
yeah, moving on.
Moving on. Let's talk a little bit about what we were up to, shall we?
Sounds
Kinda
good.
how the weekend was.
Okay.
I got to work on a few different projects, which was kind of fun.
Nice.
I haven't heard anything about what you were doing yet, so
I've been silent.
you have been silent.
Radio silence.
Yeah, you have.
Yep.
Did you feel the earthquake though?
No.
Let's talk about some
I
important
didn't
stuff.
feel any of the earthquakes.
You didn't?
Not the
Wow.
one that was in Nevada or the one that was just off of California.
Yeah. So the one off of California, that was on December 5th, 6th, something like that.
Yeah. Somewhere around there.
And it was a 7-0.
Yeah.
And I didn't feel that one either. I didn't notice it. I did feel the one in Nevada yesterday though.
Did you?
Yeah. And that was only a 5.8.
Were you at the warehouse or at home?
I was at home.
Were you upstairs?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. It honestly, so, you know how my house has that empty lot of dirt on the other side?
Mm-hmm.
During the summertime, there's huge bulldozers out there, right?
Yes.
Doing work on it and everything. And my house shakes from the heavy machinery rolling around on that lot.
Okay. It felt
And
like that.
That's exactly what I thought was going on. And I was like, oh, they're just running machinery today. And I was like, they don't run machinery during the winter. What is? And then I sat there for a second, and then you just get that vertigo feeling of an earthquake when you're in the middle of an earthquake. And I was like, oh, this is an earthquake. And I was like, what is going on? And then all of a sudden it was done. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I felt that. That's the second earthquake I've felt in my lifetime.
Yeah,
that I've noticed.
I've felt some in the past.
Mhm.
I just didn't feel either of these. I don't know. I don't even remember when it was like 3:00 the other day when the one in Nevada happened.
Yeah.
And I think I was just standing around upstairs talking to the contractor, which we'll get into that in a little bit. But yeah, I don't think anything special was going on in my life. I just wasn't.
You were playing DDR, weren't you?
I wasn't in touch with, I wasn't grounded.
You weren't grounded.
Yeah. I wasn't in touch with what was going on beneath my feet.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I don't know.
What's
I
DDR?
enjoy it. Dance Dance Revolution.
Oh, no. I wasn't playing that.
Whatever.
I was like Dungeons and Dragons. No, that ain't it. What is DDR?
No. Okay. Well, cool. Yeah. I thought that was fun.
Yeah. I mean,
it's always fun to feel an earthquake in my opinion.
Jason, Wheeling Wine and Whiskey, posted a pretty crazy little video of it because it was not far from his house.
Yeah. I didn't get the video. I got the video, but I didn't understand it.
Did you have the sound up?
I guess not.
Yeah, because you can hear things in the background shaking and bounce.
Really?
You don't see anything in the video, but you hear creaking and bottles clinking and stuff.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was watching the video. It was like 15 seconds of just looking out a window, and I was like,
I don't.
Nothing's happening.
So the flag moved. Cool.
Yeah. There's wind. Yay.
Yeah. But so yeah, I was really fairly close to Jason's house. So, but thankfully, everything for him as well.
Yeah.
Yep. No bottles were broken.
No whiskey was harmed in the making of this earthquake.
No.
So,
but it is kind of wild that within a week we've had two.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That means California's finally breaking off.
I was hoping.
I'm excited.
I know. I want beachfront property.
Me too. Yeah.
I mean, it's supposed to break just get rid of Sacramento and, give me beachfront property.
Yeah, pretty much.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'd be great with me.
You'd be underwater.
That's fine. I can get out quick.
Swim.
I can swim.
Yeah. I wonder how, because I'm 400 feet elevation, maybe 500 feet elevation total.
Mm-hmm.
I'm smack dab in the middle of California and I'm only 500 feet elevation.
Yeah.
But I wonder, would there be a 500-foot cliff? Would I not really? Or would it sink so I could have some beachfront property?
Maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I've never looked into where they think it's supposed to occur yet. Or where does the fault line
Isn't
run?
it the San Andreas fault?
That's, I would assume.
I'll figure that out.
I don't know exactly where the San Andreas fault runs though.
Neither do I. but I'm just hoping I get beachfront property.
Oh, okay. Yeah. You should, after the earthquakes, you should look at selling your house, and you can be like, this will be beachfront property within 10 years. Invest now. So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
If you want, get in now while the buying is cheap.
Yeah. Oh man. Anyways, what were you up to? Did you get to work on Bobcat steering or Samantha or anything?
No, we're gonna talk to Eric over at Radial Dynamics.
Oh, we are?
Yes.
When is that happening?
Soon.
Okay.
And I'm going to figure out what is going on. He's going to help me diagnose the problem with Bobcat. And then I'm going to order some parts.
Nice.
And see if we can solve the problem. We're doing like a real life click and clack sort of thing.
Cool.
So that will be fun. So I'm waiting to chat with him, and then I'm going to order some parts and try to get Bobcat running. Hopefully, fingers crossed, get Bobcat running before Winter Fun Fest.
Okay. Nice. So
that would be good.
Just over a month away now, 5 weeks.
Yep. So it's a matter of ordering time and if there's anything back ordered.
Yeah.
So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Good times.
Yeah. That's just a story of every off-roader's life these days.
Yeah. So, I mean, are you thinking, I guess you haven't done the diagnostic yet, so you're not quite sure exactly what the problem is or what you need to do to fix it. So
no, I don't know the extent of it yet. I do know that I'm probably going to have to do at minimum replace my hydraulic ram because it's leaking, or do a rebuild kit on it.
Yeah.
So I'm going to figure that out. A few people even said the ram might be the problem.
Huh.
So we'll see
because
about
it
that.
is leaking,
because it is leaking. I don't quite get that.
I don't think so. I think if you were having, power steering pumps push a lot of PSI, a lot of pressure, right?
Yeah.
So if it was leaking to an extent that it would be causing pressure problems in your system, you'd be having power steering fluid spraying out of your ram and not just seeping.
It's seeping. It's not a lot.
Seepage.
That's at minimum the thing I'm going to need to fix. Who knows what else or how far down the rabbit hole I'm going to need to go, because Bobcat has more or less stock power steering setup, stock reservoir, stock pump, no cooler, just a tapped box to run the ram. And that's it. Yeah. So we'll chat with Radial Dynamics soon and I'll figure out what needs to get done.
Well, they're smart people. Everything I've heard about them, Radial Dynamics is really good stuff. They make an amazing product, and they really know their stuff.
Yeah.
So
yeah, for sure. I will definitely have a fun chat. And I've had multiple people reach out to me and be like, just go talk to Radial Dynamics and they'll figure it out for you.
Nice.
So we'll do that. We'll get that going here for sure.
Nice.
Otherwise, I sort of finished my second welding cart.
Oh, cool.
So
this is your smaller one, right?
This is
your
the
mobile one.
Small one. Exactly. Okay. So I built the base the other day, and the top of it is too thick for my welder. Okay. So I called up Hustle Nuts and I was like, hey baby, you have that big welder? And he's like, yeah, I do. I was like, I'd like to play with your big welder. Yeah. And he said, come on over. So it was like a day or two later. But I loaded up the 5/8 plate in the back of the truck, and I loaded up the frame, that I built, the legs and all, loaded that up into the truck and went over to Hustle Nuts' house and welded on the top. And, we just did like a few stitch welds around in few different spots just to we did some like on one of the long sides, we did 2 on the outside corners and 1 on the inside, and like halfway. And, and he was just talking about like, since we put some on inside and outside, it will help prevent warping if you ever do. It also, it still's holding it all in place. And so, we did maybe 10 2-inch long stitch welds. Okay. And that's it. Yeah. You just need enough to kind of hold it in place. It's so heavy, it's not going to go anywhere. Yeah. So did all that, welded it up the table, the legs and the frame and everything like a while ago. Finished welding it a few days ago, took it over to Hussman's just the other day. And then it's on its casters and everything. And I brought it into the shop and I wheeled it over to kind of the welding corner area. And it's like 2 inches short.
Like height-wise?
Yeah.
What?
I did math wrong.
Oh, no.
I'd mathed and never double checked anything, I guess.
Oh, no.
So I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I'm considering.
What are the legs made out of?
They're
2x3?
3x3.
3x3 square tube?
Yep.
Yeah, I wonder, and I assume 1/4 inch wall?
No.
1/8 wall?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So, yeah, maybe you just find I don't know, is there a 3 1/8 square tubing? I don't know how you do that. I don't know if you can just find essentially a sleeve for it, right? And extend the legs.
Yeah. Yeah, I would need like a 2 3/4, thing.
Yeah.
Or, well, it'd be if it's 3/8 with a 1/8 wall, that means it's 2 1/8, so it's a 1/4 inch, right? So yeah, 2 3/4 inch exterior tubing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I've thought about, well, should I sleeve it? Should I lift it to 2 inches? Like, should I cut the legs and lift it up 2 inches?
Yeah.
What should I do? And I'm almost in the mindset. It's like, do I really need it to be like the exact same height as all the other tables? Like, does it have to be? Like, it kind of would be nice, but does it really need to be that way?
Yeah.
I don't know. And so I'm kind of like, maybe I'll just leave it. It's a little short, like
leave
me.
It and see if it bugs you.
Yeah.
I won't be able to weld on. I won't be able to reach it. But.
No, yeah. I mean, you stand there and your fingertips won't even drag over it.
Right.
So, yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm kind of hesitant. I haven't painted it or cleaned it up because I'm not sure if I want to lift it up the 2 inches or not.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know. I was just I was trying to figure out how I messed up, where it was that I screwed up. And I was just going over all the steps in my head. And then I went, I literally wrote it all down. Here's my top plate. It's 5/8. And then I was like, here's the leg. I don't know how tall it's going to need to be. And then I'm going to put I think I put a 3/8 plate down at the bottom. And then I put the casters down below that.
Okay.
And the casters come out to be pretty much 6 inches. They're like 5 7/8.
Okay.
And so I was like, well, a 5/8 and a 3/8 is 1 inch. And the casters are roughly 6 inches.
Yeah.
Right. And I want it to be, I think it was 36 inches tall.
Okay.
I subtracted 9 inches. And that was 2.5. I don't know. It was around 2 to 3 inches off of where I needed to be. Yeah. I'm like, how did I screw that up? I was like, it's not hard math.
Yeah.
And I was like, it's 1 inch minus 6 inches. I needed 7 inches and I cut 9 inches. I'm like, I don't get it.
Did you draw it out on cardboard? Something you did too?
Yeah. I just totally, I typed it in wrong or into the calculator or didn't think about it.
Yeah.
I know I was changing everything to decimals.
One thing that fucks me over a lot is when I'm measuring with the tape, I don't use the smart end correctly. And so, know how you don't want to put the lip of the tape as your measuring starting point? You want to,
why?
Because it's not always accurate and it can slide around in the tape.
Okay.
So you always want to start at your 1 inch or 2 inch markings.
Sure.
That way you have an exact starting point. And I will start at the 1 or 2 inch.
Yeah.
And then go down to measure to 36 inches and forget to adjust and accommodate for starting at the 1 or 2.
Maybe I did that.
I know I've done that a lot. So
yeah, I just don't remember. Maybe I did that and I didn't realize I did it.
Yeah.
Or I made just that mistake and added more when I should have. And yeah, I'm not sure. So it's roughly 2 inches short.
Yeah.
And it's just sitting in the middle of where I work on cars right now. And I walk by it when I'm doing snail armor stuff. And I'm like, what am I going to do with you? Am I going to lift you up the 2 inches and make you flush?
Yeah.
Or am I going to not really even worry about it?
Yeah.
And just call it good.
Gotcha. So, okay. Well, that's a fun story.
Yeah, I know. Not everything's, smiles, kitty cats, and rainbows on Instagram.
No.
I should probably post my fail.
Yeah.
Just
probably
laugh at it. I posted the stuff about the legs and the frame being built and the casters on. And then I haven't posted anything about the top getting put on or not. So maybe I'll make a post about how I went over to husband's house and welded on the top and everything's great and lovely. And then do a video of me pushing it into the shop over to a table and be like, fuck, it's low. What did I do? I already threw the paper away, so I can't show that, but because I got pissed, I was like, Get rid of it. Get rid of the evidence. Bury it. Burn it.
Burn it. Goes into shop heating.
Fire starter.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So that
well,
it is
let that
what
be a
it
lesson,
is.
everybody out there. Measure 4 times, cut once.
Yeah. Measure twice, cut 3 times.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what that really does is it actually opens up the corner of my shop a lot because there was just a lot of metal in places, and this table was like the tabletop was on another table and the legs were sort of sitting in one area. And then once I got them all assembled, it was kind of just sitting out in the corner of the metal area. And now that it's air quotes done, that area has a lot more space and I can start walking around Samantha more. So I'm going to really start like prepping and cleaning up for the axles to show up. Cause nice. I think, fingers crossed, they're going to show up almost any time now.
Ooh.
If everything, I mean, by my math, if everything else, if the stars align and timing's appropriate,
yeah,
I should be getting it. I'm right at that 6-week mark nice. Or whatever it is that diamonds are back ordered.
Yeah.
So we'll see how that goes, which would be exciting, which means I'm going to start tinkering on Samantha here soon and hopefully get that project started. I've tried to figure out how I can start working in the afternoons with my family. And as that saga continues, it always evolves and always turns out that I'm not allowed to leave. And everybody else kind of can do some other stuff.
Do you have a really cool anklet?
Yeah. Yeah, you can't. Video's not on. I can't show you guys. Yeah, sorry.
I was just going to mention that. I thought something looked different about you today.
There you go. Yep. Now I'm on a short leash with the wife these days. No. Yeah. So I've come to the conclusion now that, well, I'm not going to get afternoon time.
Yeah.
It's just not going to be, it's not how it's going to work. You know, like I tried to do the Monday, like Monday was my day that I was going to be able to get some shop time. And get my like hour and a half in. And then, you know, my wife decides to sign up for another dance class.
Yeah.
I'm like, what about my time?
Yep.
Like, what the hell? So I'm now going to work. I'm just going to dedicate a chunk of Thursday day.
Okay.
To SnailTrail 4x4.
Yeah. Okay. I think that's good.
And so like more or less my Thursday is going to be do stuff in the shop. And then come home and edit snail mail episode and get it ready to go out. And so and then I'm really going to like my goal, my focus is going to try to get snail armor caught up and fully caught up on Wednesday so that I don't have, so even if orders come in or I have pre-existing orders, Thursday, they're just going to have to wait.
Yeah.
And
they can get them on Friday.
Get them out on Friday.
Yeah.
And I'm usually within 2 days of shipping an order anyway. So if it comes, like I should be able to be more or less caught up and or a day behind by Wednesday, the conclusion of Wednesday.
Yeah.
So they might have to wait an extra day. So maybe some people are going to be 3 days delayed, which
that's not bad for a small business. I think that consumers are willing to wait 2 to 3 days on just order processing.
Yeah.
As long as you can communicate that to them, right? Or if there's some sort of expectation set somewhere.
Yeah. I think I say on the website, like if you have a standard order, it'll take me up to 3 days to get it shipped. And if you have a custom order, it will take at least an additional week.
Yeah.
And I'm almost always 1 day.
Yeah.
Like if you order it yesterday, I should be able to get it out today.
Yeah.
Like I'm not getting crazy orders, but I'm getting, enough to keep me busy. Yeah. But now it's just, I've just got to sacrifice some of that to do other things that need to get done.
Yep. Yep. So kind of on that topic.
Okay.
Cause we've talked about this quite a bit in the past, right?
Yeah.
Guys getting to do guy stuff, right?
Yes.
Kind of thing. And this was a big talk last year between us. Christmas. And gifts with significant others, right?
Oh yeah.
So my plan for this year, because do we need to go over what happened last year? Or?
I think it just go like 10,000 foot mark.
So my significant other and I, we do Christmas lists, right? What we want for lists. And so I have a very strict rule that I can only get her gifts from her list.
That's her rule.
That's her rule.
Yes, not your rule.
Correct.
Yes.
And so I figured that rule went both ways, just like Jimmy. And, and so I
was seconds away from saying just like Tyler.
And so when I gave her a list, I was expecting to see some stuff from her off of my list.
Right.
Nope, not at all. Right. And then I asked her about it and she goes, no, yeah, I'd never get you anything off your list. And I was like, what do you, and so you're just getting me stuff that I don't want or don't need then? Like, what's the point of gifts then? Like,
yeah,
I don't like gifts. It's probably my lowest love language.
Okay.
Right. So I don't get value out of receiving gifts. I don't really get value out of giving gifts.
Okay.
And I'm a type of person where I'm like,
unless it's a competition, it sounds like.
Unless it's a competition. And that's not really about the gift. It's just about beating you. Yeah. So that's really what I want. So,
yeah. Like you don't care about gifts yet. You're fully invested in this one for our listeners.
Totally am. And so, yeah, like, I don't know. I just don't really care about them. And so, this year I was like, I'm just not going to do a list. I'm just going to set my expectations that I don't really give a shit about gifts this year. I don't want anything. If I do want anything, I'm just going to go out and get it whenever I want it.
Okay.
Because I feel like I'm an adult and I work my ass off and I'm allowed to do that.
Sure. So, and she didn't buy you anything off your list anyway.
Exactly. So what's the point of putting in an effort just to get disappointed in the end?
Okay.
Right.
All right.
So she asked me for a list.
Okay.
And I was so close to being like, why? You don't get me anything off my list anyways. Yeah. Like, what's the point? I don't want to do a list. I don't want anything. I don't have any expectations for this year. I'm not getting my hopes up. I'm just going to sit back and you just do whatever you want this year. I don't care.
Okay. But you didn't say that? You bit your tongue?
I bit my tongue and I said,
I think that was probably smart.
I said, I don't really have any wants this year. I don't know. I just don't really want it. There's nothing that sounds interesting to me.
Okay.
And she goes, well, fine. But if you don't get me a list, then you're just going to get clothes like last year and blah, blah, blah. And I was so close again to being like, well, I gave you a list last year and you fucking gave me clothes. So what do you want me to do?
Yeah,
like,
what's going to be the difference?
So
it sounds like she's going to get you stuff off a list this year if you gave it to her?
I gave her one item that I wanted.
Okay.
And she said,
portals?
Yeah. And so she said, and she goes, well, so is that your list or is that the beginning of your list? I said, that's all my list. That's all I want. That's all. I don't care about anything else. So she said, okay. And I was like, okay, we'll see what happens. So I don't know. It's just kind of like one of those things of guy moments where, I don't know. We've talked about struggling with guy moments in the past and guy things with significant others. And it came back up again. So I'm kind of curious to see how it plays out this time.
Yeah, I am as well. Let's see how that goes. I'm kind of curious to see like what if you, I mean, it's a double-edged sword, I guess. Mm-hmm. You could give her a list and see if she gets something off of it again and be like, all right, so hey, if she didn't, then be like, the last 2 years I gave you a list.
Yeah.
You didn't get anything off my list.
Yeah.
What's
the point?
What's the point of giving you lists if you're not going to get anything off my list?
Yeah.
Or she might get you something off the list. I don't know. I mean, it just is an interesting thing. So I wonder if she's even going to get you the one thing you asked for.
I don't know. We'll see. Yeah. I mean, to me, I'm like, gifts are not that valuable. Like, it's more about the thought behind the gift, I guess.
Sure.
The doing something for me kind of thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Than it is about the gift itself. So like by making a list to make it easy to do something for me, because I realize my wants and needs are pretty weird a lot of times, and I'm not the easiest person to do stuff for.
Sure.
And so if I'm trying to make it easy for you to do something for me and then you don't do it, that hurts more than just not getting a gift. Right.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. See, I ask the assistant, I ask like, is there anything you want? You know, like it's, Christmas time's coming. We're giving gifts to each other. Is there anything like you want? And for me, I think she's extremely difficult to buy for because we're both kind of in the mentality of like, if it's less than, 20, maybe even
$1,000.
I was going to say $50. Okay. If it's less than $50, we're just going to buy it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of hard to give somebody a gift or ask for, something. It's like, everybody asks me, what do I want, for Christmas? And I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah,
like, everything that I want is over $50.
Yeah.
Because that's my, somewhere around there's my threshold of what it is. Right. And nobody wants to spend $50 like on a present.
Yeah.
It's like, maybe they'll spend up to $50, but they want to buy you smaller presents.
Yeah.
At least that's the way my family is.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And so that's how I feel. But I also think the assistant's really hard to buy for. So I go like, is there anything you want? Like, what do you want? And we'll exchange that. But she never asked me. And every year she goes, you're so easy to buy for. And I'm like, okay, well, I'm happy that you've got me nailed that way. Out, yeah. Like I think you're extremely difficult. And I think I've talked about it in the past too, because there's so I go, November is my birthday, December, Christmas.
Okay.
Right.
Yep.
For her, it goes December, Christmas, January, like mid-January, her birthday.
Okay.
Beginning of mid-February, Valentine's Day.
Yep.
Right. And then a few months later, Mother's Day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm like? I've got 3 back-to-back times when, or 2 for sure, when people are asking me gift ideas for you.
Yeah.
Right. What does she want? And I give everybody my gift ideas out, for Christmas, and I have to hold one back.
You should just tell everybody that when they get her gifts to say it's from them and Jimmy.
Yeah, right.
That way you get included on 4 gifts. And
I should just tell everybody to get the same thing.
Sabotage it all.
Yeah. Should buy her this blanket. Yeah. Should buy her this blanket. Oh, she really wants this blanket.
Oh, that'd be hilarious. Like everybody's like, wait, Jimmy said you wanted this.
Yeah. Her birthday rolls around. You should get her this blanket. That's the same blanket I bought her for Christmas. I know, but she really wants another one.
Holy crap.
She got like 5 of them. No, she needs 6.
Yeah. She needs 7, 1 for every day of the week. Just get her 2 more.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's like I give gift ideas for her on Christmas. I give gift ideas for her on her birthday. And it's like, by the time Valentine's Day rolls around, I'm like, you're getting a flower.
Yeah.
It's all like as far as my mind goes after this.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm worn down.
Yeah. I've had to give gifts to you for the last 2 months. Yeah. But she does it for me on the front end of Thanksgiving though. So, or Christmas, but yeah. So I don't know. I've always found it kind of funny. I always make fun of that. And then I was like, wait, I kind of do the same. So I apologize for that.
That's funny.
But yeah, we'll see how this Christmas goes. I am excited to see how much clothes you get.
Yeah, we'll see.
You should ask for clothes.
Just ask for clothes. That way it's on my list. She doesn't get it.
Yeah.
Play the reverse psychology game.
Be like, I want these shitty jeans.
Yeah.
And these horrible t-shirts. And, are there any more of those 80s snow jackets out there?
Oh, I need another one of those. I kept that one off the list.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I don't know. So anyways, that's now playing out. That process has started, and I'm curious to see where it goes.
All right.
Trying to bite my tongue the best I can. I'm just going to wait and see how the holiday season goes, and we'll go from there.
Nice. Good. All right. Well, I got one more small thing before you can take over the podcast.
Jimmy, this is not that type of podcast. That's for your OnlyFans, okay? We don't need to hear about your small thing here.
My shoes are on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's fine then.
Okay.
Anyway, sorry. I couldn't resist.
Yeah,
Continue.
I know.
Uh-huh.
The bathroom remodel has started.
Ooh.
Yeah. So we chose a contractor a little while ago. We just had to wait for his availability to start, and they showed up the other day and started doing more demo, which I was like, I thought I was already done doing demo. But yeah, so we are in the process of getting a master bathroom finally. Nice. Yeah. So the unfortunate side is in my mind, order of operations sort of would have had our vanity in the master bathroom area. So our bathroom is demoed. Like there's no toilet, no shower, no bathtub or anything in there, but the sink is still active.
Okay.
So we've been using the sink, and then there's another upstairs bathroom, which the mini assistant uses. So we all kind of been using that toilet and shower, and then we use our sink in our vanity area, and the mini assistant uses the sink in the bathroom. So my order of operations would have had demoing the vanity in our room like near the end.
Okay.
And his is now. So, and then I asked him, well, how long do you think this is going to take? Like a month or two? And he's like, maybe 2 to 3 weeks. I'm
okay.
Like, oh, that's a little better.
That's not too bad.
Not too bad. So we'll see. I know there's always delays and everything.
Yeah.
And especially on our end, because we asked about adding a bigger window in that room because there was on the wall, there was a shower and then there was a window.
Yeah.
And now we're removing that shower. And so it's just this window pushed against the wall.
Oh yeah.
And another half of the room would be a wall. And so we're kind of like, well, can we just put a bigger window in? Like, Zach, can we do that? And he's like, we can do anything, you know? I was like, yeah, I know that answer. But so the window, I'm working on getting a window. So the window is probably going to be a few weeks out as is. Gotcha. So, I mean, I'm already envisioning we're delaying it.
Yeah.
I'm delaying it because we want to get we're already changing the contract.
Yeah.
So, but that said, I think I'm excited to get the bathroom done. So nice. That'll be really nice. I know the assistant will be happy about that. The mini assistant is upset at us right now because now we're in her bathroom 100% of the time. Yeah. But in a few weeks, we will be out of her bathroom 100% of the time. So she'll actually have a bathroom for herself.
Nice.
Yeah, which will be really nice. And then we'll have our bathroom, which will be even nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She can go and hide and read now without having to disrupt your guys' usage.
Yeah. And it was funny. We told the mini assistant, as a thank you for letting us use, your sink because we've been using the shower and the toilet all along. But so we're like, as a thank you for letting us use your sink during this period, we'll let you take a bath in our bathroom once. And she's like, really? You will? I was like, did she hear the once? I don't know if she heard the once. She just heard hearing it. I would have been like, what? But yeah, so that'll be kind of nice. But we're gonna get a shower on one side. We're like ripped out a closet. We're adding a shower in most of this place, of the closet. It was a really weird, deep closet. And so we literally are putting a shower in the place of a closet, and there's still room for a closet.
Nice.
Yeah, so that's kind of funny. Yeah. It's going to be like a 16-inch deep linen closet.
Okay.
Yep. And then the toilet's going back in the same exact location. And then where there was a corner, like tiny ass RV corner stand-up shower, we've ripped all that out, and we're going to put like a freestanding bathtub over there.
Nice.
Yeah, so that'll be nice. We bought all the tile last week. We're doing these like long 4x16 greenish color subway tiles is what they call them. And they offset them like a brick. And then we bought this like fancy little strip that's going to go down where the shower faucet nozzle is. Okay. Just a racing stripe down the side of the front of the shower there. And then whatever that design is, we're going to put it in like a little nook in the shower, the little, where you put your soaps and stuff. And the floor, maybe we splurged a little bit, but it's like ceramic tiles, but the glazing made it look more like a marble.
Oh, yeah. That's nice.
It's kind of nice. And then the vanity, we're going from a 1-sink vanity to a 2-sink vanity. Okay. Yeah. Which I think is fantastic.
Necessary.
It is necessary.
It's really necessary if you're sharing a bathroom with your significant other, in my opinion.
Yeah. And so speaking of that, it was super funny. So the contractor came in the other day and was like, all right, are you ready to demo? Like, we ready to demo this? I'm like, yeah, absolutely. And then we were talking about it, and he's like, so I can take the vanity out? And there was still stuff on top of the vanity, And I'm like, oh, you need that done now? And he's like, yeah. And his logic was because the vanity expands to the walls. And so when he rips it out, it's going to damage the drywall, or I don't even know if there's drywall behind some of that stuff. So he's going that when they take that out, they're going to replace the drywall and clean that up. And there's a huge mirror that's like glued onto the wall. And so that's going to rip the paper and stuff off the drywall. And so he's just replacing pretty much that entire wall with drywall. And I was like, well, I'm not ready for that. Can we wait one day? Like, and he's like, yeah, we have more than enough work demo wise and cleaning up. We can wait for one day on this. So the assistant moved everything out of the vanity including all of my stuff,
Mm-hmm.
which I had like 6 items
Yeah.
in the vanity,
Uh-huh.
you know, maybe 7, including my toothbrush, you know, or something like that. And she's like, hey, honey, I did you a favor. I moved everything out of the vanity, including all of your stuff. You know, she was clearly joking, you know, she was being, and the mini assistant was like, does daddy have a lot of stuff?
All his makeup product. Yeah.
And she was like, oh my God, he has as much stuff as I do, if not more, you know. And I'm like looking at the mini assistant. She's like, why do you have so much stuff? I'm like,
I got to keep my beard soft.
yeah, I'm like, yeah, exactly. You know, I'm like, well, I got, you know, need to keep my hair looking good and my beard nice. And, you know, I got to take care of my crow's feet and all the makeup I wear. And she's like, you don't wear any makeup. I'm like, yeah, I don't have,
you know.
I don't have a lot of stuff.
What do you think I do when you're gone?
Yeah. Yeah. We get all these tiger or bear events. Yeah. But yeah, it was really funny because I have nothing, you know. So I heard the mini assistant like rattling around up there, and I'm like, maybe I should go and help her. You know, I'm like, it's all her stuff.
That's all, yeah.
It's like, I don't all the like we had 3 drawers on the left and 3 drawers on the right, and then the doors,
Under
the 2
sink.
doors underneath the sink.
Yeah.
I used 1 drawer
Yeah.
for all of my stuff.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And there was barely anything in there.
Yeah.
You know, and all the rest of the stuff. I mean, granted, yes, some of the cleaning supplies or whatever underneath the sink is mutual, but everything else in that entire vanity was all hers. And so when I heard her cleaning it up, I was like, nah,
she's good.
She can move the 6 things of mine.
Yeah.
Which probably not all 6 things made it into the mini assistant's bathroom.
Yeah.
You know, like my hair trimmers or whatever. It's like, those don't need to go in there.
Yeah.
You know, I'll just put them. We have a box in our walk-in closet where there's a bunch of stuff too. So
you should take some like just weird objects and just put them in there.
Put them randomly.
See if anybody says anything.
That would be kind of, yeah. Like a turkey baster.
Yeah.
Just somewhere.
We get some huge like barbecue tongs and put those in there and be like, yeah, it's my eyebrow trim pullers.
Yeah, right. This is how I scratch my back.
Yeah.
Yeah. That would be pretty funny. So yeah, so we're in the middle of construction, which is fun and exciting. And I love like picking their brain and looking at it and how do you do it and how, you know, what needs to get done.
Meanwhile, they're sitting back. You're like, God, can this guy fucking leave us alone and let us do our work?
I try to not intrude.
Yeah.
I try not to. But then every once in a while, sometimes they have questions for me. Like we were trying to figure out how to turn on a light. Like there's a light on the ceiling and we couldn't figure out how to do it, you know, and I actually had to call my parents and I was like, where was the light switch in this bathroom? And you know, it's like been a year since I tore apart the entire bathroom.
Yeah.
So it's like, I forgot. And I didn't, as a child, I never went into my parents' bathroom.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just didn't remember, and it happened to be in the wall that I took out.
Oh,
so it was like
no more switch for it.
Yeah, there was no more. The electrical was still there.
Yeah,
you know, but it was just wired, nutted together.
Yeah,
and you know, and
so
I
you just had to take them and push them hot wired essentially to close the circuit.
Yeah,
yeah,
more or less. And yeah, it was more of like, how does this all, like, how was it all connected? You know, where was this? How did this switch happen? How do we turn that light on? Which it was not connected at that point in time. If it was connected, it would have been on the whole time.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's just some weird things. And the house had been remodeled in the 90s. So there's also like weird stuff happening in the attic in that location. And like the ceiling, the roof used to come down damn close to there. So there's like the joists are really close in that area, or the roof pitch. I think they called it a California roof, where like they just put a roof over the roof.
Okay.
Kind of a thing. They took the roof off, but the main angled joists are still up in the attic, you know, and it's just this weird situation happening right there in that corner of the house. And yeah, so they keep asking me like, what is this for? Like, why is this there? And yeah, it's just a chaos event. So but it's a lot of fun. We're excited to have a bathroom in the process moving forward. It's kind of one of the last things that we're doing on the inside of the house. But now that we're adding a bigger window, the exterior of the house will probably be escalated, and we'll probably need to do some stucco work. And I know that we want to paint the house and make it a little bit more presentable paint wise.
Mm-hmm.
Just the house is old and has faded paint on it.
Yeah.
So we just kind of want to clean some of
Should
that
go with
up.
neon green on the exterior.
We are doing a green.
Nice.
Yeah.
Neon?
No,
Oh.
we're going to do like a sage
Uh,
or light sage or something like that.
okay.
Yeah, I think it'll look nice. I kind of threw it up on Photoshop the other day. We're doing like a light sage on the exterior, white trim, and a light gray roof.
Okay.
Probably still do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
I want to do metal roof
Mm-hmm.
on the bottom on the first story section and composite up top.
Okay.
I just think it makes the house look cool.
Oh, okay.
No other reason than that. I think metal roofs are cool, but yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
So that's everything kind of going on my end. I screwed up on my welding table, and then there's people in my house.
Cool.
Yep.
I got to work on a couple Forerunner projects.
Nice.
Yeah. So I purposefully have not been driving the Forerunner around.
Yes.
Because I wanted to just let it sit.
Yeah.
With the alternator in it.
Okay. And testing the battery.
And testing the battery to see how long the battery will last before it dies.
Sure.
Let it sit for 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks.
Okay.
Battery voltage never went below 13.5.
Okay.
And
that's still pretty good.
I mean, that's a full battery.
Yeah.
That's so.
Yeah. I guess if it gets down to 11, that's when things get really bad. So 13.5 still above a 12 volt. So So you think the alternator was your power draw?
I think the alternator was the power draw, the short in the system. Yeah. And I started it right up. 2 cranks, 1 crank, and started right up. So the battery was perfectly fine and capable of starting the vehicle after sitting for 2.5 weeks.
Now, while it was sitting for that 2.5 weeks, did you have that solar trickle charger on it too?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Did you ever get one?
I have one. Yeah, I've had it for a while.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'm going to knock that off as the alternator was the power draw issue.
Yeah.
And now that it's repaired, I should be good with the power draw and the battery and all that saga. Now it's just a matter of how long is that alternator going to last before I burn this one up.
Yep.
And then if I do burn it up again, what am I doing that's burning up alternators?
Right. What is
especially Premier
this?
alternators, because they're supposed to be like bulletproof. Like I know a bunch of people with Premier power welder systems, and they've never had issues with the alternator.
Yeah. And this is your third?
This is my, I guess, including the original one I got. I burned up the original one. That was my bad because I forgot to turn on the tool.
Yeah.
Power tool.
Tool mode.
On the welder. So this one though, so I had that one rebuilt, and then I burned that one up. The rebuilt one I burned up, and I don't know how.
Yeah. And now you're on your third.
So now I'm on my third one. Yeah. So we'll see how long it lasts. There's that. Also, I had that power steering leak.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it was just one of the hose clamps came loose.
Okay.
On the power steering hose. So I tightened that up, pulled the grill off of the vehicle to get to the cooler and the grill in front of the radiator there, and found where it was leaking from the hose there and tightened the hose clamp. It was able to turn another half to a full turn on the screw.
Wow. Okay.
So it was definitely a little loose, and I cleaned everything up there. And since I did that, I've driven it around for 2 days now, and there's no new power steering fluid coming out of there.
Sweet.
Everything else seems to be residual on the front end of the vehicle. So I think that's going to be good right now too. So I also replaced one of my ham antennas, the one that ripped off, broke off. So I replaced that with another antenna, and my siren remote
bracket.
The remote is not powering on. So I pulled the remote apart, found out what battery was being used inside. I got a new battery and put that in this morning, and the remote still does not stay on.
Uh-oh.
So I think I need to find a way to get a replacement remote at this point in time. And I just haven't looked in to see if that siren system, you can buy a remote separately for it.
Right.
For whatever reason. So I need to look into that. And then the bracket for the siren, the speaker itself, I need to redo that bracket.
Yeah.
And I want to,
but if you don't have a battery or if you don't have a remote, you can't, no real point in doing that. And you might have to pull the whole thing out.
I don't think so. I mean, the speaker is just 2 wires. It's just a normal speaker, right?
Right.
So even if I have to get a whole new siren, as long as it's just 2 wires going out there, a load in the ground, should be fine. I can just use the same speaker. Yeah.
Okay. So you need a new brain, a new controller.
Maybe. I'm hoping not, but maybe.
Yeah.
So there's that. And I also want to make a bracket for the winch control box.
Yes. Something similar to mine.
Yeah. So that needs to be done. So the bracket for the siren speaker and the winch control box, that has to be done before KOH. So that they're not loose in the bumper, bouncing around on the lake bed.
What about Winter Fun Fest?
It's not that big of a deal having them sit in the bumper for Winter Fun Fest because I'm not bouncing the vehicle around a lot like you do down doing 50 miles an hour through whoops.
Yeah.
So there's that. While I was looking at the power steering leak and trying to dig into that, my front diff is leaking just seeping gear oil out of the inspection port and the fill plug.
Okay.
So
tighten them.
I tried the fill plug was fully tightened.
Ooh. Okay.
And I was like, And so I backed it off and looked at it. There's no crush washer. On the fill plug.
Okay. That might do it.
Would probably do it. And I was like, why was it? I never messed with this fill plug. So either it didn't come with one, I didn't notice it, or he lost it when he assembled the axles and put them under the vehicle.
Sure. Yeah.
But while I did that, I was backing it out just enough to kind of see what was going on and see if if I had filled it up past the fill plug or not. And apparently I did a little bit. And there was a little oil starting to seep out as I was getting to the end of the threads. And it was glittery oil.
Oh,
yeah. And I was like, well, it shouldn't be that bad. But then I realized that I also never did the break-in.
I was asking.
Period.
Yeah. I was going to ask, when was it? Have you ever changed that oil?
I have never changed. And that's when I was like, oh no, I never did the break-in and change oil. So that's now on my to-do list as well right now. So I need to do that as soon as possible. And then from there, it's just a matter of, I think, tackling the rear control arms, the links, the upper and lower links from adjusting themselves. I still haven't fixed that problem.
Okay.
It hasn't really been a problem. Like I've been out wheeling a couple times and it hasn't thrown my pinion angle off.
Yes.
But at the same time, I can still see that those nuts will loosen up and whatnot. So
sure. So what are you going to do? What's the game plan there? I know we talked about it a while ago, but
yeah, I think I'm going to go with the aerospace Nordlock washers. They're essentially ribbed on either side of the washer. So as you tighten down your nut to your surface that it's tightening to, the flange surface, it kind of ends up gripping and grabbing in between those two surfaces and keeps them from spinning off.
Oh, got it.
And so apparently they're used a lot in the aerospace industry.
Okay.
And they're $4 a washer.
Oh,
something like that.
That's not that bad.
Not too bad for locking everything in place and having it simple so I can unlock it on the trail. Not bad.
Yeah. And you need what? 6?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I would do 6. And then I think I would just do 6 for now. And then I'll see. I might as well just do fucking all of them if I'm going to do them, right? So I'd do 12 for the front links too.
Sure.
So yeah, I need to do that. And that's a priority, but it's not as top priority as I think the gear diffs, the diff oil.
I would put that higher.
Yeah. And I need to do the engine oil. I still haven't done that. And there was one other thing that I wanted to do. Oh, we need to put the tracks on and get the new limit chain position figured out. So that was the last one. So that's kind of my to-do list for the 4Runner now to get it ready for winter season.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You got not a lot more to do, but you do have a few more things that need to get taken care of for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely. I do need to do some maintenance on the Tacoma. And actually Clifford needs an oil change, but I'll do that before. As little as I drive Clifford during the normal everyday life. Yeah. I'll do that one probably just before we leave to cruise Moab.
Yeah.
But the Tacoma, I need to do an oil change on the Tacoma. I've also went over the 100,000 mile mark on the Tacoma. And I need to replace spark plugs and coolant.
Okay.
In the Tacoma.
Nice.
Yeah. So those are things that I just need to take care of them. I need to find that time. Maybe it'll be Thursday. Who knows?
Yeah. So, one other thing I did.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of running it as an experiment. So you know how I have my front driver tire I slashed on the Rubicon last winter?
Yep.
And I haven't replaced the tire yet. I've just been running the glue tread sidewall patch on it.
Yep.
The adhesive just over time gets sun faded and UV hit and everything. So I noticed it would take about 2 to 3 weeks to drop about 20 PSI.
Okay.
So it's dropping 6 to 8 PSI a week, maybe. I let
one PSI a day.
Roughly. Yeah, I guess. Yeah. And so I was like, well, let's see. The adhesive that glue tread uses is a very stiff adhesive. It almost crystallizes, right?
Yeah.
So I was like, what if we got something that could withstand UV degradation a little bit more, some sort of adhesive that does that. And then it also flexes with a tire a little bit better. And I thought about it and I was like, E6000.
Of course. That's the first thing that came into my mind.
Is it really?
I've never even heard of it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
It's E6000 is essentially a super glue. It's kind of in that category.
Okay.
But it's like a silicone based glue, almost like caulking.
Sure.
But more of an adhesive than a caulking.
Okay. And
so I dropped all the air out of the tire. And then I essentially ran a bead of the E6000, this silicone rubberized glue around the exterior of the patch. Let that cure over a 24-hour period, and then put air back in the tire. And it seems to be holding great. So far, but I mean, it's only 3 days in now.
Okay.
But no air is coming out of it at all. I'm not losing pressure now, PSI in the tire. So now it's just a matter of how long will that hold up to UV degradation and dropping down to low pressures and flexing a lot for snow season here.
Yeah.
So
that'll be a good test.
Yeah, I'm kind of curious. And if it works out well, then I'll call Andy at Glue Tread and be like, have you tried this for just kind of a maintenance, or do you not even want to do that because people shouldn't really be driving around on these anyways?
Yeah.
So that's my new experiment I'm running.
It's not DOT approved.
No.
But yeah, that would be a good test. Mm-hmm. First thing that came into my mind, in all honesty, was shoe goo.
Oh, yeah, similar. It's a similar item to shoe glue.
I don't know how shoe goo does for UV though.
Yeah.
But it is rubbery.
Yeah.
Well, that's fun.
So that was what I did. Other than that, it was just playing around with the kid over the weekend. So he's getting to the point where he's mimicking now.
Okay.
Copying. So it's getting fun.
It's cute at first.
Fun. Yeah. Yeah.
Then it gets annoying.
Yeah. Oh, he had his first bloody incident.
Oh,
yeah.
He got hurt?
Yeah.
Oh, what'd he do? Run into a corner?
Pretty much. He was walking or trying to walk and stumbled forward and hit the one table edge in the living room that we don't have a pool noodle on.
Yeah.
And split open his top gum where one of his teeth are coming in.
Yep. And
so he had blood just coming out of his mouth, and I was outside working on the Forerunner. And so the secretary came out. I need you. I'm like, what is going on? What is the emergency? And I look and there's just blood all around his mouth. I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
What did you do to him?
What did you do? And so we got him cleaned up and it wasn't that bad. And I just gave him wet paper towel to put in there. And he just kind of like bit down on it for a while. So I took another one, put it in the freezer for 5 minutes. I gave him that one and he was perfectly fine after that and loved it. So
good little trick there.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you sent me a picture of little Reed with like a little tequila bottle or something like that.
Jose Cuervo.
Yeah, that Jose Cuervo. He was holding it or something, this little bottle of it. And I was like, dude, that's perfect for teething.
Yeah.
Nobody in that group chat, nobody made a comment after that. They kind of let that one hang for a while. I was like, oh, was I out of place? What did I do?
Yeah, I keep telling the secretary I'm going to just dip my finger in whiskey and put it on his gum. She's like, don't you dare. She's getting all upset about it. And I'm like, all right, well, mama don't know, don't hurt her, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm really happy our significant others don't listen to this podcast.
Me too. This is a nice like escape venting session, right?
Yeah. Absolutely. Well, that's fun. We've got a few things to do on our list. I definitely want to try and get Bobcat done before Winter Fun Fest. I would love to go up to that. Mm-hmm. I don't want to do it in the Tacoma, though that could be interesting.
Could be. I think you could do it. Yeah. I mean, you could probably do the snowcat run on Sunday in the Tacoma.
Maybe.
It all depends on snow conditions. It's just, you don't know literally until the night before the run.
Kind of.
What conditions are going to be like and who you can allow on the trail that next day.
Was the snowcat run the one we did last year? It's the one is that the one you lead on Sunday?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe there was that one dip right at the beginning.
Yeah.
That I don't know.
It's like a snow berm you have to go over.
Yep. And I'm not sure if Charlotte could make it.
Yeah, I got high centered.
Yeah.
I know we had some pretty low vehicles on small tires on the trip last year. Granted, I think we had to pull a few people through that part there.
Yeah.
But
absolutely.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens there. I mean, probably just worst case scenario, I will come up for the party and hang out and then head home.
It's always a fun time.
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely a fun time. If you guys want to go to Winter Fun Fest, go check out cal4wheeled.org and go get your tickets. Besides that, if you want to get a hold of us, you can do that. I'm over at SnailTrail4x4. Tyler's at 4x4 Toyota Tyler on Instagram. You can always email us, Jimmy or Tyler at SnailTrail4x4.com. Or you can phone in and be a part of our snail mail episodes that come out on Friday. You can leave us a voicemail at 916-345-4744.
Sweet. I like it a lot. I guess with that, Jimmy, any final words for everybody out there?
I can't express how excited I am to actually do some work in the shop and not have my family be around to even know that I'm going to be doing this.
And with that, my friends, keep crawling.
I got one for you.
Okay.
The other day, I tried to catch fog.
How'd that go for you?
Missed.
Okay. I don't have any words.
That was a good one. Come on.
That's all right.